Hi, how are you? This is Jenny Boom Boom. This is Small Business Tuesday, where every Tuesday I talk to small businesses in our area just to promote them and let us know exactly what they got going on at this time, especially with, COVID and everything that's been happening. A lot of businesses are shutting down. A lot of businesses, are just really suffering at this point. And that's why I love to bring attention to these businesses every single Tuesday night. We just talk to businesses in the area, like I said, and every week the businesses that I talk to, they actually nominate other businesses, so they pay it forward. And so we just keep the chain reaction going. First up tonight, I have Jordan Enterprises. So let me see if they're here. Hold on one second. Oh, hold on one second. I have to find their Instagram. You can go ahead and request me for Aaron, okay? So that I know. I didn't see you request me, so go ahead and request me so you can jump on to the interview tonight. Jordan Enterprises, well, they were actually nominated by Direction Choose Your Own Path clothing brand, so that's pretty exciting. And I really love talking to Mr. CYOP last week. He was very in depth about how he got started in fashion and everything he's got going on with his website, and it was really interesting. So I really enjoyed it very much talking to him. So let me try one more time. Oh, here we go. Now we got Aaron Jordan from Jordan Enterprises. I'm excited to talk to him. I looked at his IG. It's really interesting. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing there,
I'm
Aaron?
doing good.
Good. So talk to me a little bit about Jordan Enterprises.
Well, Jordan Enterprises is a commercial cleaning company. We've been in business I've been doing this about 15 years now. And right now we're going around doing a lot of COVID spraying, like sanitation for the COVID. And we do wood floors, carpet cleaning, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
So yeah, I saw. Well, first of all, are you at Unknown Clothing?
Yeah, that's my brother. That's my brother's, man. That's my brother's. Yeah.
Tell M. Dot I said hello. I saw the sign in the back.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's my guy right there. So how did you get started in this business, Aaron?
Truthfully, I'm a kid from the streets, so I was just tired of being in the streets. That was it. I was tired of going to jail, back and forth to jail. So I said, hey, I got to make a change so I could build a legacy for my kids, and so my kids could have something if something never happened to me. So that's what it's about. It's about, people say business for them is about the money. It's about my kids. I got 4 kids and 3 boys, and for none of my boys to be in trouble, that's a blessing for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so great. I love that story. Okay. So you do commercial cleaning. And I was fascinated with some of the videos that you have up on your Instagram. Now, the reason why I couldn't find your Instagram just now is because it's like a strange little code there. So what is your Instagram?
It's Ace, AACE, PHP 690.
Okay, yeah. So that's the Instagram right there. So if you want to check the videos and the pictures, the before and afters for what Aaron Jordan does, you should really check it out. Me and Vic were like literally just looking at everything that you got going on, and we were like really fascinated by your business. I mean, first of all, you got the wood floors, you got the rugs going. Everything looks so good after.
Yeah, I just try to do the best I can and try to keep the price reasonable for everybody, and then I try to keep my kids involved so all my kids know what to do. Like they can bring them any job, anytime, and my kids could do the job too. So that's my goal. Just making sure my kids understand that the business is theirs if something ever happens to me.
Yeah. So how did you learn these skills? Because I mean, commercial cleaning, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, at first I started off like a couple years back, like maybe like 10 years back. I owned a franchise, so I got a lot of the training and stuff from there, and then I finally got brave and just branched off, and everything took off from there.
Wow. And you said now you're with the COVID, you're like cleaning in a different way, I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah, of course you wear your mask everywhere you go, your gloves, but now we're actually going around just spraying buildings with electrostatic spray, which sprays any sanitizer, and it sprays everywhere and anywhere. And we got a chemical that has a 3-minute kill rate, so it kills everything within 3 minutes.
Oh my God, that sounds terrifying. Do you have to wear like I'm assuming you're wearing a whole suit, right?
Yeah, I wear whole suits. I do. I wear the whole. I don't have to wear the whole suit, but I wear the whole suit just in case somebody in there has COVID or something like that. I want to bring it home to my family.
Yeah.
But you don't have to wear the whole suit.
So the cleaning that you were just talking about a second ago, Aaron, the electro, what is it called?
Electrostatic spraying.
Yeah. So this is something that actually me and my friends were talking about at one point, because even at the radio station, they brought in like a crew to do that. Talk to me
Yeah.
a little bit about that.
That just goes around. If you have an electrostatic machine, it actually you spray it anywhere, and actually since the chemical comes out charged, it actually wraps around whatever it goes around. So if I spray a pole, I don't have to walk around the whole pole. I can spray the front of it, and somehow, some way, the chemical will wrap around the back of it and spray the back of it too.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, it's dope. It's pretty dope. I do a lot of research. That's how I stay on top of my game. I
Right.
just don't go out there and do. I do a lot of research, and it takes a lot of time. And I just sit there, YouTube videos, and I watch other people do stuff, and I just learn it and run with it.
Okay. So how many people work with you?
I have about 4 guys working with me on and off, but we all
That's
stay pretty busy. Yeah.
so are you looking for more employees? I'm assuming that you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in the mode where I always call it semi-retired, where I don't want to work anymore.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm lucky.
Sorry, Aaron. I'm very sorry. Okay. Like, yeah.
I'm actually looking to slow down a little bit and spend more time with the kids and be a kind of homebody. So I'm going to be looking for more soon. Yeah, because I'm really going nuts. It's like an all day thing, all day running around and doing stuff. And plus, I do the sales myself. I do the work myself. So it's a pretty tough thing to keep going. So I want to be a
I'm very
salesman.
jealous that you're slowing down a little bit, Aaron. I'm jealous. Okay. I am. So, where do you travel to? Because I know that your website is jordanenterprisesnb.com. I'm assuming that's New Britain, right?
Yeah, they were from the brand, born and raised.
You're in New Britain right now at Unknown Clothing.
Yeah,
You're probably getting ready for Ting Tuesdays with Nietzsche if he's heading down there
yeah,
tonight.
yeah, yeah, it'd be here, yeah.
So, how far are you willing to travel?
I travel almost anywhere. We did work jobs in Mass. I got 4 kids. I go anywhere. I tell people with 4 kids, I'll shove a dog poop if I have to, but I go anywhere in the whole state, anywhere in the tri-state area. The farthest we've been so far is New Jersey. That's the farthest we've been.
Really? New Jersey, they called you and had you come down there? That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, we went down there. Yeah, we went down there.
Wow, you must have like an impeccable reputation.
I think that what people see on the Instagram page, it really gets people fascinated. Every job starts from pictures from the beginning to the end, and
Yeah.
people are really fascinated by it.
Wow. Well, I mean, I think we need you more than ever now.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
talking about this vaccine is coming. The first ones are being distributed this month, but folks don't understand, for regular people like us, that don't have underlying health issues, or are not healthcare workers or senior citizens, we're not getting this thing till like this summertime, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to be in tip-top shape when it comes to cleaning and just taking care of our families, and of course where we work at too.
Yeah, I tell people all the time nowadays it's so easy to sell cleaning. Nowadays, before I used to have to beg people, hey, can I clean your building? Now they really call me all the time to clean the building. So it's pretty easy during COVID to sell an account now. Before it used to be extra hard. Like the cleaning is last thing on your mind. Who wants to waste money on cleaning? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I don't really see it as wasting money, but I do
Yeah,
see,
but it's not. Yeah.
yeah, I do see it as a pick and choose situation, as far as, you're going to pay the lights. But I think that that's so great that you are able to come in, you have all this new technology to get things cleaned up the way that be cleaned up, especially at the time.
Yeah, it took a lot of research, and like I said, I always research, and as soon as I see somebody with something, I research it, and I got to go get it too to be on top of my game too. I don't ever want to walk in an account and somebody say, "Well, this one had a better equipment than you'd had." You know what I mean? So I always stay on top of equipment. You got to always invest in I tell people all the time, you got to invest in yourself. If you invest in yourself, you're unstoppable.
So if we want to get you like an appointment, if we want to, get you to come over, how fast do you come? First of all, like, come to a business or a home or whatever. What is your availability like at this point?
I come same day. I mean, as soon as somebody calls me, I could come within an hour if it's local, or I come same day, or next day is the latest I ever been. That's
See,
what I do.
Aaron, this is what I'm talking about. You're not going to be retiring because you love what you do too much and you are like a hustler, so you ain't retiring. And we call
No,
you,
I'm a hustler.
you leave
I'm a
the
street
house
kid.
with your kids, and you're going to go out there and you're going to whatever you got to clean and
Yeah.
take care of your family.
Yeah, all these things that I say, like I tell people all the time that people in the street, if you're in the street, you're a businessman, you're just in the wrong lane. But if you take that same stuff what you're doing in the street and put it in a business, you're gonna be successful. Because you're running around doing whatever you're doing in the street, 100 miles an hour, you can do that in a business too, and you're gonna be successful. That's where all my talent come from, running around in the street. I took it in that lane and got in the right lane, and now I'm running 100 miles an hour. Just keep going and going and going. The same way I used to be in the street, same thing.
Right. Well, that's great. So, okay, I have to know, how do you know Mr. CYOP? How do you know
Oh,
him from Direction Choose Your Own Path clothing brand?
I know Bub for way back, way back. We went to I think we went to middle school together. We've been tight ever since, and he's always hit me in the inbox saying he loves what I'm doing. And that's what counts the most from people that I know and know that know me and where I've been and where I'm going. When they say that I'm proud of you and I respect what you're doing, that's it for me. You know what I mean? No money can make you feel like that. That what I get from him. And he's one of the people that's always in the inbox and always telling me he loves what I'm doing and stuff like that.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
amazing. He made me ask call him Mr. CYOP through the whole interview last week, and then finally wrote Bub, and I was like, "Oh, that's your name. I get it." So that's cool. So,
That's my man. I know him since forever. We used to hang together all the time. Know him forever.
no, that's awesome. And you guys both are independently working. You own your own businesses. I mean, it must feel great.
That's the best thing ever. Like I said, it's the best thing ever. We wake up and we really don't have a boss and nobody telling you what to do. Like I used to have a hard time even when my mom told me to make my bed. So this is like the best thing ever in the world. Like nobody really telling me what to do, you know?
That's awesome. All right. So your website is jordanenterprisesnb.com. That's
Yep.
jordanenterprisesnb.com. Of course, I'm thinking we can book an appointment there. Uh,
Yeah, definitely. It's up there. Yep.
Also, a phone number to get in touch with you, Aaron.
The phone number is 860-801-0173. And you call me any services at any time and I'm always available, always available.
Aaron Jordan from Jordan Enterprises. Wow. And of course, what's your IG again? Are we going to change the name of the IG, or are we just going to keep it like that? Like, what are we doing
And
here?
I like keep telling me to change it, but I like to know people that I'm a family man too. So I kind of mix the business and the family together. And I just like people to know that I'm a family man too. That's my family's first, so I kind of mix everything together. But I will change it though to Jordan
No,
Enterprise.
you don't have to change it. I don't want to get in the middle of my family situation. I'm just saying, Jordan Enterprises just might be helpful, is all I'm saying.
It was, yeah.
Well, Aaron Jordan, thank you so much for joining me for Small Business Tuesday. And you need your business cleaned or your home cleaned, call up Aaron, because this guy has all this crazy, advanced type of cleaning products, and he can really, help to fight off the COVID and until we get this vaccine, right?
Yep, of course. I can help you guys out. Anybody that needs help, just give me a call, 860-801-0173, or you can reach me through my website at jordanenterprisesnb.com.
And he is willing to go anywhere in CT, the tri-state area, Massachusetts. He's driven all the way down to New Jersey. Dang it.
Yeah, had to. Got kids, man. Had to.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. It's great talking to you. Okay. And do not forget that Aaron is over there at Unknown Clothing, and Unknown Clothing was actually on with me the first week for Small Business Tuesday. And I just love M. Dot and everybody over there. And that's another small business. And tonight at 8 o'clock, I think it's 8 or 9, depending on whenever Michi makes it over there, they're going to do Team Tuesdays where they DJ in the store and do all kinds of cool deals and, on the clothes and stuff. So make sure and check that out tonight. You can check it out on Michi's Instagram. Okay. Up next. Oh, I'm excited to talk to this young lady, Yen. Hold on one second. Let me find her. She is from Transcendent Makeup. So, really excited to talk to her. She's, first of all, beautiful. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
And
How's it going?
Good. She was nominated by VBM Productions. I talked to my friend Melvin Cabrera last week. I interviewed him. I've worked with him for a long time. He was working at the station at one point, did a lot of production stuff for me. And the funny thing is, I was looking for an extra person last week because only had 2 interviews instead of 3. And Yen had said, "Hey, what about Melvin?" I go, "Yeah, hello." So I put Melvin on, and then Melvin paid it forward by nominating you, Yen, to be on the show. So welcome to you there, darling.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on today.
So Transcendent Makeup is located at 304 Main Street in Farmington. I said, you are right around the corner from me, girl, and never even there. So how long have you been there?
So we've had the studio there for about 4 years now. So
Wow.
when I first got started, I was just freelancing. Never knew that I was going to end up in makeup as my career. So I went to school for teaching. So I was actually a preschool teacher for 8 years. And life just got in the way when I had kids, and just felt like I needed to transition to something where I can be more present with them. So I ended up just picking up makeup as a hobby, doing things like for my friends, small like weddings that I did, and just always wanted to be in business for myself. my whole family has always been in business. My mom has a nail salon. My dad and my sisters are all in business for themselves too. So I just wanted to follow suit and just knew that a job working a 9 to 5 just wasn't going to be ideal for me wanting to raise my kids and be present with them. So about 10 years ago, I met my partner who co-founded Transcendent Makeup with me. We actually met at a networking event and both love makeup and just kind of took a leap of faith and said, let's just try something and see where this would lead. And here I am 10 years later, still doing makeup.
That's a great story. So how did you even get involved in makeup?
I think it was just a passion of mine. I've always loved doing my own makeup, and people would always say, hey, you should do this for a living. You do it so well. And I really never knew if that was something I love to do, but I'm a people person. I think me giving back or just building friendships and uplifting and empowering women has always something that I've always strived to be involved, especially having 2 girls. I always want to instill that in them. And wedding makeup, bridal makeup, any type of makeup, being with other women and making them feel the best versions of themselves has been fulfilling for me. And I just stuck with it and I love it. I love teaching women how to do their own makeup and make them feel themselves as well.
So what is the biggest mistake that women make when doing their makeup, Yen?
I think bringing in unrealistic photos from Pinterest or Instagram, because it's almost like they want something more natural. And most of the time now when I see pictures on social media, it's so unrealistic because it's so photoshopped and everything seems to be flawless. So I like coming in and speaking to them on where their normal makeup routine or skincare routine is, and then go from there, because I don't want to change who they are. I just want to enhance their version to be the best versions of themselves.
So am I correct in saying that you pretty much taught yourself this?
I am. I'm self-taught. So I actually took a couple of classes in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and just really practice on all types of skin, different color. And it's just about practicing your craft. It's almost like being an art class. Learning how to hold and perfect your craft is really something that just always intrigued me. And in this field, it's really never a time to stop learning. I'm always constantly trying to pick up with the new trends, what else is new that's out there. And I love it. It's a never ending process for me.
So what is the biggest complaint that women have as far as makeup? Because I'm going to tell you the thing, after you answer me, I'm going to tell you the thing that me and my girls always talk about.
I think that most times people always feel like I need to have skin being flawless or like their dark circles. And I always tell them, to be honest, there is no magic cream that's out there that's going to eliminate dark circles. You could enhance it with obviously the proper skincare routine and the right foundation or concealer for them. But that's probably the most misconception. A lot of people come in and said, oh, can you fix and make me look flawless or 20 years younger, when all you really need to do is just have a proper skincare routine.
Okay,
in my opinion.
My biggest complaint is eyeliner.
Really?
Anytime I have tried to put some eyeliner on top of my eyes, yeah, and I suck at it so bad, it's like, it looks awful. I stopped doing it. I was like, you know what? Whatever, man. I just been putting a little bit of mascara on. I mean, I haven't been going anywhere in like almost a year now anyway. You know, I go to the station and that's all. You know, those boys are like my brothers, so it's like whatever. But you know, that's my biggest complaint. And my girls say the same thing too. They're like, yo, putting the eyeliner on top of the eyes and getting it perfect so it's like symmetrical. That's hard.
Do you start with a liquid eyeliner or a pencil?
When I was doing it, I tried both. Yeah, I tried both, but I remember like I started with a pencil because you know I'm like an old school chick, and then eventually I moved into the liquid eyeliner. But still, it was just a mess. It's a mess.
Well, I would say the biggest tip for eyeliner is to start with a pencil because it is more forgiving than a liquid liner, because you have more control. But a good tip is that if you can't get it the way it is, you can actually take a Q-tip, spray it with a little water or setting spray, and you can actually clean up your eyeliner right on the bottom, and it just makes the line for you.
Okay.
So even if you mess up, you can always fix it. And
then I would get like really crazy with it too, and I'd be like all the way up here, like over here, Yen. I'm over here, you know.
Oh no.
My
Yeah,
poor
I
daughter,
just start with
my daughters always try to like, you know, whenever I do anything with makeup wise, they're like, "Ma, like, what are you doing?" They try to
oh.
and help me because, you know, I mean, to me, it was just never something that I was really good at. I love getting my makeup done though. So speaking of that, how do we book an appointment with you?
So our biggest thing, a lot of girls find us on Instagram. Social media has been our hugest asset right now during the pandemic. So you can always DM us on Instagram at Transcendent Makeup, or you can look up on us on our website at transcendentct.com. Or you can always give us a call at 860-348-7829. My phone is always on me as a business owner. It really never ends. I have my phone on me from the beginning of the day, responding to email, especially for our brides this year that have rescheduled for next year. There's always inquiry that comes in with a rescheduling date or postponement. And then even by the time I go to bed. So, I mean, usually we will reply within an hour to 2 hours.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yen, how big of a like bridal party can you do at this point?
At this point, I've been comfortable doing up to 8 on my own. I'm pretty efficient on just working, going quick. Before, when I didn't have a large team, it was just my partner and I working. So we would just always practice our craft and how to get it as efficient but beautiful as possible, and to accommodate a large party. But during this time, I would say up to like 7 or 8 I can do on my own. If it's more like time constraint, I would probably bring an assistant in with us. Mm-hmm. But at this point, we have 9 makeup artists that work for us and 7 hairstylists. So it's a pretty big team where we can accommodate large parties.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you know, mentioned weddings, and I know there's been a lot of business lost wedding wise. Mm-hmm. A lot of I've talked to, you know, recently photographers and, you know, people that, you know, DJs, like people that help to throw weddings. You know, I know that a lot of weddings got pushed to next year. So are you finding the same thing that, you know, you're now going to be heavily booked in 2021 or?
Well, as of right now, we had close to 96 weddings postponed of this year. Oh that got moved to next year. It was really ridiculous, but overwhelming, which we completely understand with a lot of brides. It's mostly a lot of our brides wanted to have a larger party because of family members out of state, and they just wanted to celebrate with everyone. So they had their small ceremonies this year and then postponed to next year. But what we're finding for 2021 right now is that because the phase 2 is still in effect, it really is uncertain right now. We do have a couple already rescheduling to 2022. So at this point right now, we're just kind of playing it by ear, but we're just really being flexible for our brides of when we can accommodate their dates for them.
Okay. So I wanted to bring up something because I talked about it on the air today. I'm not sure if you got to see it yet, but Keke Palmer, I'm a big Keke Palmer fan. I think she's an incredible actress. I just love her. She, over the weekend, she revealed that she has really, really, really bad acne. Okay. She actually put up pictures of herself, you know, just no filter, no makeup, just showing like her day-to-day struggle, and talked about, you know, even when she was a kid, she had this acne, and she would try, you know, people on set would try to cover it and they were messing up. They were like, she would said, you know, in some of her movies, you know, look closely, like she had like all these different colors on her face because they didn't know how to cover up her acne scars. So anyway, with all that being said, she did like a 14-minute tutorial on how she covers up her own acne for, you know, TV, movies. Like she learned how to do it. With all that being said, do you guys do anything for teenagers or any young adults that are dealing with that type of thing where you can show them how to apply their makeup over, you know, skin issues such as that?
Absolutely. I have a 13-year-old, so she's going through those hormonal stages right now. So I already have her at a young age starting a skincare routine, especially things that can help calm and relieve the acne. So because she's wearing a mask also most of the time, that the maskne is really prevalent right now during this pandemic. So I really try to teach her how to cleanse, tone, and moisturize her skin. Nothing too much, but in that sense, we do have estheticians on our team that are very knowledgeable about working with girls. We do have one of our makeup artists who does facials, and she does them on teenagers as well. And I would just say, really speaking to a dermatologist to really determine what type of skin they have. I wouldn't want to give them the wrong information or the wrong routine unless I see them first. So I love doing consultations with clients so I can really get to know like their skin and then properly recommend them the right products. Because it's always worse to give them something without seeing them first. It's almost like doing makeup. I love, especially for a bride, I love getting pictures of their inspiration ahead of time of their trial so I can have an idea of what look best suits them, and then we can go from there. So it's almost like for teenagers and those with acne, it really is about, is it just hormonal acne that's coming up, or is it something that is genetics? So there really is a lot of variables that goes into having acne.
You know, I feel like that's a really great holiday gift.
It's amazing.
Hard to Transcendent makeup for consultation for your, you know, your teenager or whoever that can go in and kind of just figure it out, you know, with you on how, you know, they will feel their best. You know, I think that's a great gift, a little stocking stuffer there. I think that's perfect.
Yeah, that's actually what we've been doing because we haven't had a lot of weddings to do. We have still like trials still going on for next year. They usually do that before they book, but right now I've been really focusing during this pandemic, which has given me some time to step back because I've been so busy. To really kind of take a different direction with our business is to really focus on skincare. I think that has always been my passion, to really educate ladies who come in prior to their trial on how they can, you know, minimize texture on their skin, because having a great skincare routine and good skin really preps your face to have better quality makeup to be placed on. So having a good canvas. So I usually always start with skincare. So this time I've actually done one-on-ones. I've done Zoom meetings for a lot of my clients, like small classes to teach them, you know, how to have like a proper routine. And that's actually what we do. So I have love like 10-minute facial kits that I've been giving out. So these are like holiday bundles that we've been doing for a lot of our clients to come in. While we can't physically do them for them all the time, they can actually do like at-home treatments for themselves.
That's so great, yeah. That's like you're thinking of everything. And you brought up the, what is it called, maskne? Because sausage, that, because I literally, I was on Small Business Tuesday, I think last week, and I was sitting there like, I have something here. And then last week, literally all hell broke loose. It was right here. It was like 4 here, 1 under my nose. I'm like, what is going on? But I think it's because the mask is dirty with your makeup and stuff. And now I'm like bringing them in every day and like washing them, which is a pain, but it's like, because they're my favorite masks. I feel like, you know, because and then you're touching them and it's just gross, you know, it's like, and it's serious skin issues for a lot of people.
Most of the time, I think a lot of people don't realize that changing your mask, having disposable masks, or even if you have a mask that you love, Jenny, I would recommend using a cleanser. So instead of a laundry detergent, using your cleanser to clean your mask and then wearing it also afterwards when you're done, because it helps clean out all the impurities and the bacteria that's on your mask already from wearing it all day, especially having makeup on. That is what I have been recommending to a lot of my clients, is cleaning it with a cleanser instead of just throwing it into the washer and the dryer.
So is there a cleanser that you would recommend, Yan?
I love cleansers are hypoallergenic, so it's not too harsh on the skin. I don't like anything that has chemicals in it. I use a couple brands. I have one from Sunday Riley that has a good cleanser. Fresh is a really good cleanser. And then an online website that I usually buy from is called Artistry. So those 3 tend to have the least amount of chemicals in them and are very gentle onto your skin.
Wow. So Yen knows exactly what she's talking about. Okay. I've thrown all the questions at her. Wow. And you have 96 weddings so far for next year, but there's going to be a ton more. So good luck to you, girl.
Thank you.
She's like, I'm going to call her on a Tuesday. She's going to be like, yeah, I got a wedding today on a Tuesday. I mean, I don't know what to say.
It's like, crazy. It's kind of the norm now to have weddings on a weekday now. We're really completely almost booked for Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays of next year. But for some reason, the Thursdays are popping up. We even had Tuesdays coming up also, because you do get a discount on a weekday.
Yeah.
But it's only because those are the days that are available. So all the ladies that had rebooked for next year, so the ladies that just got engaged and want to get married next year, they're very limited to days that are open now.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Well, you have quite the business. It's Transcendent Makeup. It's located at 304 Main Street in Farmington. VBM Productions, my friend Melvin Cabrera, he actually recommended you, nominated you for tonight. I'm really glad that we got to meet. You're right around the corner
Thank
from
you.
so I'm going to have to stop in one day and say hello to you. It's transcendentct.com. Now, how do we go about booking an appointment? I know you gave your phone number, but can you also do it online on the website?
Yep. So on our website, we do have an inquiry form that you can fill out your name, your phone number, what you're looking for. And we love to hear how you have found us. So either if it's through referral, the wedding wire, you can just give a little description on what you're looking for, and you can find us at transcendentct.com.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you so
much.
I'm bugging you on Monday for you to nominate for, somebody for next Tuesday, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Yan. Transcendent Makeup. So make sure and check her out. Bye.
Bye.
So again, located in Farmington. It's 304 Main Street in Farmington, Transcendent Makeup. And her website is transcendentct.com. That's transcendentct.com. And also her Instagram also is Transcendent Makeup CT. So anyway, moving on. That was really fun. I just love talking to her. That was great. So next up, I have actually a person that has supported us almost every week here on Small Business Tuesday. I know that he watches. And so when I only had 2 interviews for this week booked, I decided to reach out to this young man because he was in my DMs and asking about Small Business Tuesday. Hi, Brian.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Good. Brian owns One Touch Detailing, which is located in Bloomfield. Tell me a little bit about your business there, sir.
Well, I started off as a kid doing detailing. I went into the business with a friend asking me for some help, where he kind of needed some help and he didn't know what to do. So I kind of gave him a little bit of help with direction. We went into further. Myself, I went into later on and further started doing detailing later on as I got older. It started as a hobby. Never knew that I would take it into a business. And when I took it into a business, it constantly grew, and now it's at the stage where I got to keep growing and keep moving forward.
So I saw, I looked at your Instagram. I'm stalking you, Brian, and I saw a lot of like the way that you clean inside of cars. You do couches. I was fascinated with the couch video, Brian. I was like, wow, we need to get this guy here because our couch, we have a brand new couch, but these kids be messing everything up.
Right.
But wow, you really know what you are doing.
Thank you. I take a lot of time and effort into my work. I do a lot of training when I'm not busy, and I try to go on YouTube and things I don't know, research a lot of my products I'm using. I research the material and also the tools that I'm using as well, so I can get the job done correctly.
So, Brian, I wanted to ask you a question because, I have, leather seats. So I kind of just wipe my stuff down with Armor All or whatever. But I really do need a detailing because my car it smells like kids and dog. But anyway, but what about those mats, the rubber mats? They are the worst, right? Like, how do you get clean? Do you clean those? Because I'm telling you, I could vacuum a whole car with the shop vac. It would be looking good. I'd be hanging up the scented, whatever, and everything was good. But those darn mats, can you get those clean? Because if you can get those clean, Brian, I am going to book an appointment now.
I can definitely get those clean. I've got a lot of different chemicals I use to get those clean. A lot of people think you can just go to a regular car wash and just use the shop vac, and sometimes you got to use a little different chemicals to get those done. I also do pet hair removal. I also do a lot of shampoo with the seats, as you see. It's not a lot. It's not easy as you think it is.
No, I don't think it's easy at all. How long does a car normally take you, or an SUV?
It depends, to be honest with you. Every car is different. I try to get it done within 2 hours, but sometimes it ends up being 3-4 hours, depending on how bad your car is. If it's not too bad, I get it done in about 2.5, 3 hours.
So do we come to you in this situation? Because I know your address is 244 have in Bloomfield, we come to you, we book an appointment, we come to you, and we leave the car there. Like, how does this work?
Yeah, you come to me. You leave your car there, or you can stay with the car. I have a waiting area set up where the customers can wait, watch TV. It's heated area. It's not cold in there. Trust me, I know it's cold outside, but it's not cold in there.
Oh, is it like
Um,
an outdoor type of situation now because of COVID, or?
no, I have a shop that's indoor where it's separated from me. We have plenty of space that's separated from me and the customer, where you can sit over there, wear your mask, and we can both be safe at the same time.
Right. Oh, okay. So, what is your favorite type of car to actually detail?
Favorite type of car that's detail. I haven't got there yet. I haven't got there yet. Hopefully a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, something.
Okay, well, I can't provide that for you. Sorry, Brian.
But every car is fun to work on. I mean, because you get a car that it's different dirtiness, different cleanness. Every car is attention to detail. So you go and do things that's according to that car that you got to work on. The customer may ask you to work on a rim restoration where I have to go on to work on that rim. So every car is tedious to that one car. It's all fun.
What is the biggest issue that you find with cars?
The biggest issue that I find with cars, man, is when we all got kids. So we all got kids. We all making a mess, and we're making stains. So getting in there, shampooing those seats, that's the biggest issue. You got to get in and get down and deep and take time to get that thing right for the customers.
So, I mean, I find too that, like, those little crevices, like between the seat and the little middle thing, like, how do you get those clean? What do you do, Brian? What is your secret? Because no one can ever seem to get them clean. If you are in the driver's seat and you look down next to like the little middle thing, you're going to see all kinds of crumbs in there. You're going to see hair in there. You're going to see all kinds of nastiness. You have
Those are the ones I find. I'll probably find a couple of your makeup brushes in there and stuff like that. That's hidden down in the, bobby pins and stuff in those sorts in there. I'll find those quarters. But I got a special technique, a special vacuum I use with a special tip. I get down and deep inside, or sometimes I use the air pressure to blow that out. You're kind of breaking up, Jenny.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, I don't know. You're fine. You look fine to me. So I don't know. All right.
It's okay.
So what about when you clean couches, Brian? Of course, you come to the person's house. So how do we book that type of appointment?
That type of appointment is you could book. You can either send me a photo or a DM and show me your couch and how it's looking. I can give you a quote basically through email, and I can kind of observe that couch that way, and better observe when I come in person. But I can still look at the couch and say, okay, well, I know what kind of products I need to bring. I know what kind of work I'm getting myself into, and I know what I have to do to clean that couch.
The couch that you had on your IG, I gotta agree with you. Whose couch that was? You don't have to. But I was like, dang, like you really got that couch so clean.
Yeah, that was a family member couch. They wanted it clean for the holidays. They had a lot of family members coming over, so they asked me for a favor. That was the first time doing that type of job, and I said, you know what? Anything is possible, so why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what that was on that couch. It just of stains and like build up. If you got kids that are crawling all over your furniture,
right?
We waited forever to get this new couch because we had to wait for my son Max to actually get older. Because this boy would eat peanut butter and jelly on my couch. He'd smear jelly on it was a mess. My old couch, it lasted 15 years, and but we finally got a new one. But what you did with that couch, it was incredible, Brian.
Thank you. Listen, you gotta call me. A lot of people think that you can go get a couch and they put the extra the services on there, and it doesn't really cover much. You still gotta get in there. Your kids are making a mess every day. They're jumping on the couch. They got crayons. They got juices. I got kids. Milk is spilled. Things of that sort, and it's build up over time and years, and you got to really get down and suck that dirt out of there. That takes a lot of scrubbing and a lot of wet vacuum.
Right, yeah. And sometimes people try to rent those steamers, but they're really hard to use, right?
Yeah, they're definitely hard to use. A lot of people think that you can just go in and steam everything. Everything doesn't require steaming. You can steam it to kill the germs and the bacteria and to lift a lot of the dirt up, a lot of the gum up. But that steaming is not everybody. You have to know the technique to do that steaming process.
Yeah. So I really feel like, honestly, and I just said this about Transcendent makeup too, this is a really good gift for the holidays. One touch detailing, right?
Thank you. Yes, yes, it is.
You're in the house who, like my daughter's been complaining about her car, her hand-me-down car. No, it's good to get like a gift card or whatever, because then you can go get the car detailed and it will smell all good and be all clean and it will feel like new to the kids.
Correct.
You know, and I saw you have some new, well, first of all, do you have holiday deals going on?
Right now, I currently don't have any holiday deals. I'm working on some new deals and some new services coming for 2021. I would like to offer them, but I'm focused so much on these new services I'm going to be offering in 2021. It's worth me not having the holiday deals.
Okay.
It's a lot of new services. I'm going to be changing some prices. I'm going to be adding some new services, some new products as well. I'm going to be using.
Yeah, I saw you posted these new packages for 2021. So
yeah, definitely
today.
I'm working with Ceramic Pro. A lot of detailers, you guys are on here. You guys know who Ceramic Pro is. You buy a car, it's going to be fully protected.
Okay, I don't know what that is. So do you want to?
So Ceramic Pro is basically you buy a car, or even if you have a regular car, a lot of paint correction. If you have a regular car, I have to go in and correct the paint, get it back to what you needed to get it to, no buff it, get the swirls out, and we put a layer of ceramic on there where it protects your paint. Stroller or rock can hit your car, the scratch won't be there. I can remove that scratch in seconds. Seconds.
That's great. Brian is like, yes.
In seconds.
Right.
So it's an expensive package, but it's worth it because you get it's a lifetime warranty. It's warranty through me, and it's also warranty through Ceramic Pro. And it's a good package and good service they're going to be offering.
Wow. Well, Brian, it seems like you thought of it all.
You're breaking up here. I'm sorry. Repeat that, please.
Oh, I said it seems like you've thought of it all over there at One Touch Detailing. Again, it's 244 Woodland Ave in Bloomfield, and the website is onetouchdetailing.org, and on your IG is One Touch Detailing. Thanks so much, Brian.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And like I said to Yen, I'll be bugging you Monday for you to pay it forward to another small business, okay?
Oh, definitely. I got a few I could pay it forward to. Trust me.
Perfect. Okay. So onetouchdetailing.org. And of course, you can get gift cards there. Send your family members over there, get their cars cleaned up. And
oh, yeah, definitely.
They'll come to you and also take care of your furniture and clean that furniture up before, the holidays. It'll make you feel good. You don't want nasty smelling furniture.
No, you definitely don't. We also got an odorizer for your car as well. We could deodorize your car as well.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Deodorizing the car is really good. That's good. Yeah. My car, it smells like dog, kids.
It's holiday time. You in the car for 3-4 hours with your husband, your boyfriend, whoever. You might want to come get it clean. Your feet might smell bad. You never know.
Are you in a relationship, Brian?
Definitely am.
I was going to say, yeah, he probably says that to you all the time, right? All right.
So hey, sometimes my feet need a little one touch,
And it is what it is. OneTouchDetailing.org. Thanks so much, Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Talk to you later.
All right. You too.
So thank you so much for joining me for Small Business Tuesday. That was really fun. Let's go back over the businesses I talked to today. First was Jordan Enterprises. His name is Aaron Jordan, and he was nominated by Direction Choose Your Own Path clothing brand. And he does a cleaning business where he goes into offices or homes and he cleans your house. He's got all kinds of really amazing ways to fight off COVID. So you should definitely reach out to Aaron Jordan. His website is jordanenterprisesnb.com because he's from New Britain, but he'll travel anywhere. Transcendent Makeup is located at 304 Main Street in Farmington. Yen was the young lady I spoke to a little bit earlier, nominated this week by VBM Productions. And again, she is taking appointments for skincare and also any sort of makeup tutorials. Or if you want to, of course, plan a wedding or anything, you want to book her. Her website is transcendentct.com. And then we just talked to Brian from One Touch Detailing. He's located at 244 Woodland Ave in Bloomfield. His website is onetouchdetailing.org. So if you want your car detailed, he'll also come to your house and clean your furniture. Make sure and reach out to Brian. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. I think we're going to do who will she be talking to Wednesdays tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Max is here. He's waiting for dinner. So I'm going to go. Bye-bye.